I'm here outside the All Saints Centre in the town of Lewes, a few miles outside of Brighton, where the Lewes Speakers Festival is being held. One of the guests invited here today is controversial columnist Katie Hopkins, who's here to talk about her new book, Rude, as well as giving a short Q&A after. A large crowd of protesters has gathered outside the church behind me to protest Katie's views and her presence at the festival today.
No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here! Say it clear! Refugees are welcome here!
And what's brought you here today?
Well, because Katie Hopkins has come to Lewes and I want to protest her being here because she just says hate speech constantly.
There's been a lot of debate recently about free speech and the limitations of it, and whether we should be giving a platform to speakers like Katie Hopkins. What do you guys think about that?
I do think free speech is something we need, but I do think people who use the concept of free speech to say offensive things shouldn't be given a platform.
That's tricky. I think she should be able to speak, but I think equally you should be able to protest.
Katie Hopkins has just tweeted that she has left the building and is apparently no longer giving the speech.
I'm glad the people of Lewes protested tonight, and I'm glad to see she was unable to speak. I'm all for freedom of speech, but not if it means hatred and xenophobia, racism.
Were you trying to attend the speech today?
Yeah, I was.
Do you consider yourself a fan of Katie Hopkins, or did you just...
Not at all. I think it's better for someone to say their views and for other people to get the opportunity to object to them using fact and reason and argue with them, particularly because if there are other people that turn up that completely agree with her but don't necessarily fully understand the views they're agreeing with, or have never had anyone debate with them or argue with them from the other side, well, they will now have all turned up, feel rather marginalised, and we'll still have those views and no one will have challenged them and they will just go away and that will just fester in a corner somewhere.
Were you trying to attend the speech today?
Yeah, I was, but unfortunately that wasn't possible.
Do you consider yourself a fan of Katie Hopkins, or did you just want to hear what she had to say?
Definitely not a fan, but I guess as a politics student it's good. It makes sense for me to get as much experience of what's going on as I can.
Were you disappointed that you didn't get to see the speech today?
I was disappointed, but I did enjoy the protest, so that kind of made up for it.
This is Bains reporting for News Hit on UniTV in Lewes.